Okay, guys. Good morning. We'll start with the chapter. Let them start, join. We have finished in the last class regarding the poisoning with the antidepressant drug. Okay, and sorry, poisoning with food poisoning. Okay, we have seen the food poisoning management and what are the positive agents and what could be the severe uh, threat which can pose by a normal food poisoning also. Okay, and we have discussed what are the clinical symptoms and what could be the symptomatic treatment or pharmacological approach for the any kind of food poisoning. Okay. So today we'll discuss regarding that poisoning with antidepressants. So this is particular one subtopic which is an under unit like management and eye symptom for the acute poisoning. Okay. So what we are discussing in this particular unit that we are going to discuss with the acute toxicity with and their symptom and management. Okay. With the following categories of the drug. See, we have in this particular unit we have antidepressant, benzodiazepam, opioid, alcohol. Okay, all these kind of things or subcategory we have, and we'll discuss one by one for this particular unit. Okay, and you need to understand why there is a separate unit. Like some of this will have the acute toxicity, and you have one more unit followed by this particular unit. You have the chronic management or chronic toxicity of the substance. So in this particular unit, we have like as I told, antidepressant, benzodiazepine, opioids, alcohol, and various non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, analgesic, paracetamol. All those things you have in this particular unit. Okay, and that one more unit we you have that chronic one. Okay, so in chronic one you have that substance like heavy metal. Okay, like arsenic, lead, mercury, copper, all those things you have in this particular unit. Okay, so here you need to understand this difference. Okay, see, like this all this substance what we'll discuss now in this particular unit, acute toxicity. See, all this substance like either it could be a antidepressant, alcohol, or analgesic, or a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, or any particular category. Okay, they will pose a immediate threat. Okay, and they will be whatever the symptom will appear by the consuming of the any of this preparation in a overdose. Okay, in a overdose, so this may lead to the immediate toxicity, or you can say acute toxicity. Okay, for which you do not require a certain years. Okay, to develop the symptom. Okay, so sometimes the chronic toxicity agent like heavy metal, lead, and those who are people who are working in the fume industry or some of the heavy metal industry, on all this industry, you might will see that person might develop the slow infectious of their respiratory system. Okay, they may got dyspnea like condition over a period of time. They may lead to the lungs infection. They may lead to the pulmonary edema. They may lead to the targeting their vital organs. Okay, so this is how it may lead to the chronic toxicity. Okay, so here what we are see, suppose you have that one of the classic example of that paracetamol. Okay, see, the general tolerable dose of a human being at a daily basis is 1500 mg of paracetamol. Okay, so like if any person who have that fever or for some mild headache and all those things, you will ask to take the any kind of paracetamol preparation. So now you know one of the most common brand name if the paracetamol is Dolo. Okay, so Dolo is available as a 650 mg also. Okay, see, if one tablet or twice in a day of the Dolo 650 for 5 days or some 3 days, it will be fine. Okay, but the same Dolo 650, if you have been doing on the habituation basis or habit. Okay, like simple thing, you are taking the Dolo every day for a 3 times. So you consider like 3 times, it will be having near about 1900 mg daily consumption. If 1900 mg daily consumption of paracetamol will be there, so within a month, okay, within a month you will have the some problem which will be associated with liver, and sometime again depending upon the person human immune system, they may lead to the hepatotoxicity. Okay, So this is like how it will be having the acute kind of symptom with particular drug. See, if any person, like what the chapter we are discussing now, that poisoning with the antidepressant drug. Okay, so this, like most of the time, this tip, as you came studied in the pharmacology of this particular topic. Okay, so like this all consider of the some of the drug like tricyclic antidepressant, barbiturates, and all those things. Okay, so they again, like they will be a habit forming drug. Okay, so what will happen once if you become on addiction on this particular drug, and sometime what will happen, it will increase the tendency of suicide. Okay, so like when like this kind of preparation. Okay, antidepressant drug, and you have the sedative hypnotics. Okay, and like sleeping pills like alprazolam, lorazepam, all those things, what they will increase. See, once you have been this tablet only for a like particular period or only for treatment, then you only consider as a therapeutic dose. Okay, so what will happen sometime when people will having in the severe depressed state, like will be common in that anxiety and depression. Okay, so both anxiety means overexcitement. Sometimes overexcitement also lead to the depression. Okay, and one the common is the depression. Okay, so in both condition, what will happen? Any person, okay, any kind of any human being, those who are on this, so they will have this like tendency in that mind that they will increase the tendency of the suicide. Okay, so before we'll go into the this chapter. Okay, so I'll just give you the glimpse on like a general thing about the antidepressant. Okay, see, you know what is the antidepressant. See, these are the nothing but which are used for the treatment for the any major depressive disorder. Okay, so as I told, this depressive order could be two things: anxiety as well as depression. Okay, so what is the common side effect which will be associated with this kind of drug preparation? See, sometimes you may have the weight gain, you have the headache, you have the dry mouth. Okay, so all these things will be some of the mild symptom will be associated with this, and most of the type of these antidepressants are typically considered as a safe to take, but it may again cause the increase of the thought of suicide. Okay, when taken by the young adults, adolescent, or any kind of children. Okay, so it may increase the tendency. Okay, okay, understand. So this kind of drug preparation can increase the tendency in the particular age group for the suicide. Okay, and there will be also one thing is also associated with that discontinuation syndrome. Okay, can occur after stopping any kind of antidepressant preparation. Okay, so there will be a like again like some people, as I told already. Okay, some people will have the habit forming. Okay, like once they are started taking of this kind of drug, so they may have this habit that without taking of this drug, they may feel that low or uneasiness and all those things. Okay, so this is how like any person who will withdraw from this kind of drug, they may have that this discontinuation syndrome they may develop. Okay, so always like if you take one of the example of like alcohol also. Okay, so alcohol, like people who are on the you can addiction on that alcohol. So if you will withdraw them immediately from the alcohol, they may also have that what you can say alcohol withdrawal symptom. Okay, so this is what will be considered. Like if you take any kind of tablet preparation or any kind of alcohol, if you withdraw from immediately from that particular thing, so there will be a again problem. Okay, so like many of them will be, the people will ask them to continue on that particular preparation. Okay, so sometime, as you guys already aware, like all of most of the synthetic preparation are always associated with adverse effect. Okay, or side effect. Either it could be a mild, moderate, or it could be a severe. Okay, but they will be always associated with adverse effect. So what could be a most prominent adverse effect with this kind of preparation? See, there are the more like most common reason for antidepressant discontinue is that difficulty in tolerating the adverse effect. Okay, so you can understand, like there will be a difficulty in tolerating this kind of adverse effect. That is the most common reason for antidepressant discontinuation. Okay, so any kind of medication, okay, which involved with the serotonin regulation has the potential to cause serotonin toxicity, and which is also known as serotonin syndrome. Okay, so like like most of these drugs will like you, as you know, that serotonin is a like one of the mediator or one of the neurotransmitter which will, if there is a proper release of this transmitter, it will be like make the person feel happy or calm or relaxed. Okay, so this is like how mechanism of action of this particular drug will act. Okay, so they will go and directly target the serotonin neurotransmitter. Okay, so here what will happen, this kind of drug preparation may cause the serotonin toxicity, and this could lead to the serotonin syndrome. So what are the some symptoms which will be associated with this? There will be a like excess of serotonin can induce mania, restlessness, agitation, emotional liability, insomnia, and confusion as is primary symptom. Okay, see, if excess of serotonin, so you can understand like over happiness, mania kind of symptom, there will be restless, and you can correlate this situation with those people who do the gymming. Okay, and those who have the passion about the developing of their bodybuilding, like immediately, so what they will do, they will take caffeine as a supplement. Okay, so caffeine also will go and directly target the brain. Okay, so there you will have the continuously hard work and all the, you are doing like gymming like nothing, you have any other patients. Okay, so this is how you can correlate. So here what will happen, if there is the excess release of serotonin will be there, you have certain kind of symptom like mania, restlessness, okay, agitation, there will be a insomnia. Okay, all this will be associated with as a primary symptom. Although the condition is serious, it is not particularly common, generally only appearing at high doses or while on other medication. Okay, so this is what will happen, why there is the poisoning or why there is a toxicity. If the dose or titer, they will not do the proper titer of the dose, nothing but like you have just commonly you have studied in your pharmaceutics, I think in first year pharmacy, some of the formula how to calculate the dose. Okay, depending upon the body weight and all those things, young and willing's formula, right? So in that you understand, like whenever the any kind of drug preparation available in the market, so either they will have in their way like dosage form, so this dosage form will be fixed by the based upon the preclinical study and clinical trial study, which would be having the safety, efficacy, and tolerable therapeutic index and all those things. Okay, so based upon that they will out one particular dose regimen. Okay, so in that particular dose regimen, if you are going with suppose your age is like 20 21, if you are going for that particular treatment for antidepressant, if and that particular dose formulation, and also again depending upon your body weight also. Okay, if you are lean and all those things, so that 10 mg will be more. Okay, so doctor or a registered medical practitioner should titrate the dose properly, like you require 2.5 or 5 mg, so that will be a most advisable. But what will happen is in this case, if there is a intolerant by the RMP, registered medical practitioner, or anyone, so if you they will advise you on 10 mg. Okay, but your body cannot resist that particular 10 mg, so this kind of symptom will develop. Okay, and when same uh, you can take as a ulta thing, like if some person is a heavy, okay, like bodybuilder or something, like fatigue guy, all those things will be there. For them 10 mg will be not enough. So that time also what will happen, that 10 mg if they are taking, or that particular dose, so what will happen, they do not have the any kind of effect or very little therapeutic effect. So in that case what happen, they will resist to that particular dose. Okay, so if there is a resistance to that particular dose will be there, so in after some months, okay, they need to increase a very high dose, so that high dose can be a poisonous to that particular patient. Okay, so this is how this can be you can associate that poisoning. Okay, and many of this antidepressant or like depression thing, it can be like also associated with some of the comorbid condition, like especially if you take diabetes. Okay, so in diabetes case, many of patient, like you can consider as a 1.3 fold chances that depression may increase with the diabetes. Okay, and you know like one of the drug MAO inhibitor, monoamino oxidase inhibitor, they are the most preferred class for antidepressant, right? Apart from that, you have selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. Okay, tricyclic antidepressant. Okay, so these are the few classes of this antidepressant drug. So among that, we have seen about the serotonin. Now we can see about the MAO inhibitor, like monoamino oxidase inhibitor drug. They have the pronounced, like sometimes fatal interaction with the wide variety of medication and over the counter drugs. So here you can consider as a drug-drug interaction, especially with the OTC product. So what could be the OTC product? You have the like OTC product like a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, anti-analgesic, antibiotic drug, or commonly anti-allergic drug. Okay, so along with this drug, this MAO inhibitor could have the interaction, drug-drug interaction, and there is a chance that it can increase the situation, like condition which could be a fatal, like you can consider as a, it can lead to the mortality also. Okay, so whenever any like being a clinical pharmacist in your future, like you need to, like you have that one of the topic like what you call medication adherence, right? So in that medication adherence, like you need to keep all these things common, like if some patient or some counseling you are doing to any depression patient, so that time you always make sure that if the doctor or physician has prescribed them this MAO inhibitor, so it is your duty. So you make them confident that please don't take any of OTC product along with this particular preparation. Okay, so this particular preparation, if you are taking OTC product, so it may lead to the poison, or sometime it can be lead to the fatal like condition. Okay, so this is what will happen over along with the MAO. Okay, one more condition will be also sorry, one more condition will be also associated here with MAO inhibitor. If 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 taken with food that contain very high level of tyramine. Okay, tyramine nothing but it will be present in the cheese, curd, meat, or any kind of it yeast extract. This may cause like hypertensive crisis. Okay, so again you have the one of the restriction if you are taking the MAO inhibitor drug. Like if any person who are consuming this kind of food product like cheese, curd, meat, yeast extract, so there will be a chance that there will be an increase in the hypertension immediately. Okay, so all this reaction will appear immediately. Okay, and lower dose, the person may only experience a headache due to an increase in blood pressure. Okay, so this is what will happen. Okay, and one more response to this adverse effect, different type of MAO inhibitor has been developed, that reversible inhibitor of reversible inhibitor of monoamine oxidase A class of drug. The primary advantage what will, they do not require the person to follow a special diet. Okay, so to overcome from this MAO inhibitor, you can go with the reversible inhibitor of monoamine oxidase A class of drug. Okay, so this will overcome from this kind of situation. Okay, then you have the certain other classes like tricyclic antidepressant. Okay, and selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor. So this can cause the so-called drug induced Q2 prolongation. Okay, so can anybody tell among you guys what will happen if there is a QT prolongation will be there? Hmm? What will happen if there is a QT prolongation? You have studied that ECG part.
So tachycardia.
Tachycardia. Okay. Apart from this, there is a one specific term will come for this particular thing.
So Tossard's D pointers.
Which one?
Tossard's D pointers.
Correct. So this QT prolongation will be associated with Torsades D points. Okay. So what is this Torsades D points? Nothing but abnormal heart rhythm. Okay. So which may lead to the sudden cardiac arrest. Okay. So at present, could you tell me in the present situation, pandemic, which drug will have this kind of adverse effect? Any
Hydroxychloroquine.
Correct. Hydroxychloroquine will have this kind of adverse effect which have that QT prolongation. Okay. So whenever any patient or any COVID-19 patient, those who are taking that doctor is prescribing them this hydroxychloroquine, so they will always measure their heart rate, pulse rate, monitoring of this kind of parameter will they will do the frequently. Okay, so this will be also less preferred for the old age people or those who have undergone the bypass or any kind of angioplasty and all those things procedure. Okay, or those who are taking any kind of drug like you can say anti-hyperlipidemic or for a congestive heart, whatever the drug they are taking for them, it will be again difficult. Okay, so one of the things we have studied. Okay, so what could be the other adverse effect which could be associated with this antidepressant drug? See, especially in the case of pregnancy, this selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor will be used. Okay, but it has again the variety of risk with varying degree of proof. Okay, so as you know, like whenever any pregnancy will be there, so that time if such kind of thing will be there like depression or any hypertension and all those things, so you might study about this thing. See, many of time the most of the hypertensive or this kind of antidepressive preparation will be especially they have the certain class of drug which will be used for the only that kind of particular person. Okay, like pregnant woman. Okay, you cannot prescribe the any category of antidepressant or antihypertensive. So what will happen if such a preparation will there, so what there will be chance, increased chance that death of the in like what you can say fetus into the womb only. Okay, so this is how you need to like very cautious and very like careful like when you are giving the such kind of preparation to the pregnant woman. Okay, so this is again one of the adverse effect which will be associated with this. And one of the adverse effect is that antidepressant induced mania. Okay, so there is a like most of the common problem with this kind of preparation is that chance of antidepressant induced mania or hypomania in people with or without a diagnosis of bipolar disorder. Okay, so many time what will happen, see, in many cases of this bipolar depressions are very similar to those of unipolar depression. Okay, so therefore this person can be misdiagnosed with unipolar depression and be given antidepressants. So you understand, don't get confused. See, bipolar disorder, like if you have depression and mania, and if you have unipolar, like if you have only either depression or mania. So sometime what will happen, this treatment with this particular category of drug may lead to the some of the contra or some of the adverse effect. Okay, and then one more side effect which has been associated with this like suicide, what we have seen in the second line. Okay, so there is a study, okay, which has shown that use of antidepressant is correlated with an increased risk of suicidal behavior and thinking in those who aged under 25. Okay, so this is not I'm just telling, it is having the study. Okay, it is done on the like a group of people. Okay, or there you can also call as epidemiologic data. Okay, so they have told like those people who are on this at the age group 25 and they are on this particular treatment, so there will be a increased risk of suicide because there will be a thinking of this suicide. Okay, so they may increase this kind of thing. Okay, so this problem like considered as a serious enough to warrant the government intervention. Okay, so as per the US FDA, okay, they warrant that there will be a increased risk of suicidality during the antidepressant treatment. Okay, and according to this US FDA, the risk of suicide occurs within the first 1 to 2 months of treatment. Okay, so this is what again considered as a severe thing. And one of the study, like I hope you have studied in the biostatics. Okay, you have this time biostatic, right, in the fourth year. So you will understand or you will study the different type of analysis. So one of the analysis is called as meta analysis. So meta analysis nothing but mathematical expression of your data. Okay, so if you have 1,000 volunteer, okay, so in that you want to express all 1,000 volunteer into a one single digit or single form, so that time you can go for the this meta analysis. Okay, so according to this meta analysis, one of the study they suggest that there will be a relationship between antidepressant use and suicidal behavior or any thought, okay, which is again age dependent. Okay, so they have done one of the clinical trial. Okay, so they compare with that placebo. Okay, that use of antidepressant is associated with an increase in suicidal behavior or thought among the age of 25 or younger into a 1.62 fold. Okay, and there is no effect or possibly a mild protective effect among those who age 25 to 64. Okay, so mild, so there is again the ratio will come or there is a fold will come 0.79. Okay, so antidepressant treatment has a protective effect against suicidal among those who age 65 and over. Okay, so you have here three probability with this kind of drug. At the age or below the 25 there is an increased chance of suicide. Okay, and at the age of 25 to 64 there is the less chance. Okay, or there is a mild protective against this particular age group. And where it could show or where it could enhance its better therapeutic effect above the age of 65, where it will really show is antidepressant effect. Okay, so this is what again you have this kind of thing. Okay, and there is also some of the adverse effect, like there will be a weight gain or change in the weight, there could be a discontinuation syndrome. Okay, so the for this discontinuation syndrome can be, you can identify with the like flu like symptom will be there. There will be a difficulty in the sleeping and you have the feeling of nausea, poor balance, there will be a change in the sensory and anxiety. Okay, so this problem will usually begins within 3 days. Okay, and it will be may last for several months. Rarely, all okay, rarely psychosis may occur. Okay, so these are the symptoms which are associated for the discontinuation syndrome. Okay, these are the some of the symptoms. Okay, and there will be again like emotional blunting will be there. Okay, so this emotional blunting will be associated with selective serotonin reuptake inhibitor, especially with that particular category of class. Okay, and sometime what will happen, there will be a numbness in some people. Okay, who is on this particular treatment. Okay, so this is a reduction in extremes of emotion, both it could be a positive or it could be a negative. Okay, and while the person may feel the depressed, they may also feel less happiness or empathy. Okay, so this may be a cause for a dose reduction or medication change. Okay, so but what is the proper mechanism, still unclear. Okay, so you have to understand like why and what could be the serious adverse effect which could cause the antidepressant. So what we have studied, it is all about the general antidepressant category of drug. Okay, now we'll see this. See, there is a considerable increase in the number of depressed patients. Okay, So you know, like at any age of group, okay. So what could be the, okay guys, there will be some interesting thing, okay. Could you tell me what are the reason for the antidepressant? Oh, sorry, what are the reason for the depression? Could you tell me the causes? Yeah, I could not hear. I think someone told. What are the causes for depression? Tell guys. I thought you can give answer. Everyone can
Increase
give.
serotonin.
Hello.
Increase serotonin.
Increase serotonin. Okay. Then
Sir, decrease dopamine level.
okay. Then apart from this thing, like when you can observe any person, like you have the group of friends, right? So you always have that people, like always be like I want everyone to be happy. It is not like that. So how you can identify that any person is depressed, like they will be like dull or anything, like they feel low, all these things. So apart from this, whatever your answer, like increased level of serotonin, decreased level of dopamine, so these all are the biological reactions, okay, which could happen due to the exogenously something happen, like okay, for example, okay, we'll take a like student like example, okay. See, like suppose you all are good in study and all are good, okay, and someone is expecting 80 plus percentage in their exam, okay, but the result will be reverse, okay. So what will happen, that 80% expected student will receive the 70 or 72%, something like this, okay. So obviously, and that person, those who are expecting 80%, that person who studied very hard, like full day night whole year, whatever their duration was there for studying, so that time what will happen, that person may feel low, very low, okay. Because what will happen, like you have seen some of the movie, I hope that you have seen the Three Idiots in the movie.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
You have seen, right? Everyone, I hope that everyone watched that movie. So in that movie, you have seen like how the pressure can be built up into the student. Uh, what happened, Akash?
Sorry, sir. I also saw that, sir.
Okay, okay, no, no, no. Okay, okay. So everyone, okay. So in that you have seen like what could be the severe or threat to your brain. Okay. So you have seen that in that one student, like some they will do the something and they will be more pressurizing, okay, situation and all those things. So what is the thing? And one more, there will be a one famous, like you have that friendship. Okay. In friendship also you will have some difference. Okay. So in that movie you have seen, while there will be a declaration of result, so there will be one dialogue by the R Madhavan, like if you become fail, it will be it will be not at an issue, but you see, when your friend top, like in that particular class, so you may feel very low, okay, because all of you three have studied together, then how one can become a topper and how one can become. So there are many tendency will be there, okay, mental tendency will be there. So so for you guys, like you are a very young age people, so anything, like if you are doing, you are putting your effort, but whatever, if you are not getting whatever outcome will be there for you, or whatever effort, don't get any stage of depression, okay. This is the time it will move on, okay. So never feel low. This is not will like always, so many philanthropists has been told, okay, okay, marks will never judge you, okay. And even personally, even I believe, okay, marks will never judge anyone's capability, okay. So be what you are, put your effort. It is not like that you will not study and you will pass, okay. Put effort, whatever effort you are putting, at least you will pass. Be happy in that thing, okay. Never compare between anyone. Okay, so everyone have their own unique talent, okay, unique ability. Never never feel anything low, like if you are getting low marks or high marks, whatever situation will be always not same for everyone. Okay, so everyone will, someone will be a topper, someone next year someone will be else. Okay, so never judge anyone. Okay, so be what you are and always be happy what you are getting. Okay, and thanks to God for this life. Okay, so never do any such a thing. Okay, and never be in depressed state. Okay, so before this meeting get over, you can link on the same you can click on the same link. Okay, to rejoin this class. Okay. Okay, guys, so never be depressed. Okay, whatever the situation will be there, always be happy.